What are we looking for? Armstrong told us to report to the commander.
We will. I just want to get a feel for the place first.
Hey, Spacer! You have the look of someone who wants to do business.
Maybe.
Yeah, you've got that hungry look. I've seen it before.
Maybe I'm just hungry. It was a long flight.
And the robot's a lousy cook.
I'll have you know that I'm programmed with over 6 million different recipes.
That doesn't mean you can cook.
Are they always like this?
Frequently.
Well, I've seen worse. Now, Captain, before you go to the command deck, you need a place to do business.
What does one have to do with the other?
Well, you go up there, they give you a little bitty place, hardly a closet. Me, I've got bigger spaces.
For a substantial fee, no doubt.
Oh, he's the cynic in the act.
He's old.
So were my first 3 husbands. The fee is minimal, prorated based on how much work you get.
Wouldn't hurt to take a look.
What's where you're... Murphy?
Logan?
Oh, you know Captain Logan?
You could say that. Fancy meeting you here.
I follow opportunity, you know that.
Yeah, you're a follower. Mrs. Peyton, we'll talk more later. I need to get some recycled air.
My God, what have I done?
I don't believe it.
I guess I had that coming.
You got that right.
Are we good now?
I'll think about it. Put these on my tab. You remember Dane and Buck?
Yeah, sure.
How you been, Murph?
Can't complain. I finally collected on Nakamura.
Took you long enough.
Well, his son is the one I had trouble with, gallivanting all over the place looking for that sword.
Yeah, you gotta watch those types.
So, here we are, together again. You guys getting a lot of work?
It's steady, pays the bills.
No great wealth, if that's what you came out for.
If I wanted to get rich, I'd take my dad's place at Geostar. Corner office, great view of Jupiter, and all the headaches that go with it.
How is Kane anyway?
Still Kane.
That lunatic is going to push too far someday.
Speaking of lunatics, how long has Logan been on station?
Oh, about 3 weeks. You see that new blonde he's got with him?
Does anyone else know?
No, it's our secret.
Maybe you should tell your wife.
No, I cannot. This would devastate her. All my life's work would be ruined. My reputation.
I think you have more to worry about than your reputation.
This could destroy me. It would be a disaster.
Joachim, I'm not an expert on these things, but you should at least tell Miguel.
You check in with the old man yet?
On my way right now. Thought I'd get a feel for the unofficial way things work around here first.
Unofficially. Most of everything is run by a guy named Mr. Sidney.
Ooh, sounds mysterious.
That's how he likes it. Keeps to himself. The only time you see him is when he offers you work.
He has a casino on the comet that orbits Alpha Centauri.
That doesn't seem very practical. A comet's orbit can take hundreds of years.
This guy has enough money and resources to tame that comet and put it into stationary orbit, only 2 AUs from the binary star.
Hey, George, why don't you stay and enjoy the company of equals? I'll go pay my respects to the station boss.
It's not good. At least another day.
Why so long, Mac?
We got to realign the flux capacitors to handle the heavier loads. If we don't, the stress of moving something could blow the whole tractor beam system and several subsystems.
Best guess.
I'd say tomorrow, at the end of Alpha shift.
Keep me posted, Mac.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
Who are you?
John Murphy. I just put in. The major said I should stick my head in, so here I am.
Captain Murphy, good to meet you. I'm Miguel Ibarra-Cortez. My exec's Gene Sterling Gifford.
Good to meet you both.
We were expecting you almost an hour ago.
Yeah, well, I had a couple of stops to make first. You know, see the sights, smell the smells.
Captain Murphy, I'm not sure what you're used to at Geostar, but out here we do things a certain way.
Your way.
That's right. You'd better get used to it if you're going to work for me.
Whoa, I'm strictly freelance. I'm coming to see you as a courtesy.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I make my own hours, and I play by my own rules. If you want to hire me, fine. I have very reasonable rates.
I'll keep that in mind, Captain. Gene, we need to keep an eye on Captain Murphy.
Ah, Rudolph. Your timing is impeccable, as always. It seems the good Dr. Salmuth has made some interesting progress in our little science project. Thank you, Lucinda. That is all.
Yes, sir.
I trust your flight was without incident?
We had a minor problem with our associate, Mr. Kane.
How minor?
2 of his team were lost in the asteroid belt. The report I received says he and Mr. Prescott were the only ones to make it back.
What, pray tell, were they doing in the asteroid belt?
Pursuing a personal agenda.
With my equipment? That will not do. No, indeed. Would this personal agenda have to do with that matter Mr. Kane has involving Captain John Murphy?
Yes, sir.
This was after you instructed him to take no action in that regard?
That's correct, sir.
I see. I'm not amused when my employees do not follow instructions. Mr. Kane must have been powerfully motivated.
So it would seem.
This is an unknown, Rudolph. I do not take kindly to unknowns.
No, sir.
The unknown is a complication. We cannot afford complications.
No, sir.
Well then, I do believe that we should investigate the matter further and find all we can about Captain John Murphy.